Okay, hello and welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Decided to have a bit of a rest for the last few days. There's been work going on around here, so took the time to catch up on some writing, and my back was hurting. I have a dozen excuses. Anyway, let's continue with Ultima Underworld II. Are you going to capture? No, you're not. Hold on. I need to do something. Okay, there we go. See how long this stream goes for. Might make it a bit shorter than normal. My back still is much better, but it still hurts a little bit, so... I think we're saved on exploring? No, that's not right. Not on exploring. Number 4. Here? Yes. Here we are. So we were going through one of the other realms. This is like a mage training course. And we've gone through several levels of it. This was the starting room. There was a wizard in here who had been sitting around here for like 60-something years. Because he didn't want to do the course because it was apparently rather deadly. And he was waiting for some faculty to come and let him out, but I suspect that while he's here, the Guardian has taken over his world, and there isn't anyone who would come and rescue him. So he's just sitting around until he decides to go through the exam. We went through here. I chose this door, which seems like it was the right one because we made progress. I don't know what's behind the other two. Oh, pardon me. Then we appeared here, and I'm going to be forgetting a lot of stuff. This was a slide. Yeah, this was all icy, and we had to slide around to get up to here. After getting a key over here, then we went down this way, through here, and there was this delightful jumping puzzle where we had to go over here from here. Then there was this, which was a whole bunch of platforms at all different levels, and you had to find your way around the area going up and down staircases, kind of. It was like made up of nothing but staircases. It doesn't show up on the map, but imagine like imagine it being designed like a grid, and each of the squares on the grid was at a different height. I think we had to get 2 keys, one to get in here, or one to get in here to get a key, and then another key, then use the key. No, this was just like a little waiting room. There was 2 keys which we had to get, and then there's 2 doors which you opened to get to here, where we got teleported to the next area, which was... I don't remember. Something. I went through here and then I got teleported. I don't remember that. This part, we started here. There was 4 arrow traps around here. There was a key here. And there was a headless which appeared. And the idea was that you would get the headless to stand in the way of one of the traps. then go around the other side, pick up the key. The headless will get hit by an arrow and you could go off without getting shot. I didn't figure that out before I got shot by the arrow, so I just take the damage. And opened the door over here. After this long path here, we entered into this maze, which has a bunch of teleporters in it. Each of these blue squares is a teleporter, and the dead ends also contain teleporters, but they're like, sometimes these teleporters teleport you to one of these dead ends. So I'm trying to find my way through here. I think there's a door here, which I think is a hidden door, which I need to find a key for. Pardon me. So there's 4 different areas here. There's this one, this one, this one, and then over here. So we'll continue with the maze. Yeah, the secret door is here. And it is locked. And I don't have a key, which fits it. And I don't think I can pick it. Now that it's been a few days, I've forgotten what all these keys I got to. Or what they're all for, so... Hooray! I don't know which ones are relevant for me to drop. No, not this way. I want to go down this way. Because down here, we don't go down there, we go down here, I think. And there was a path I saw, which we haven't gone up. Yeah, there. Okay, there's a teleporter. The exit for a teleporter. Oh no. Oh, right. Yes, okay. That's a teleporter, which is like, take this one if you give up on the exam, and then you have to wait 2 weeks to try it again or something. It just teleports you back to the beginning. There's writing on the wall. Yeah. The pad will teleport you back to the pre-examination staging area. Students who choose this option may retake the exam following a 2-week waiting period. But I think you could just get it started again. You could just start it straight off again, but let's not do that. So at this point I was really just trying teleporters which I haven't taken and seeing where they took me. And as again, now that it's been a few days, I've forgotten the ones which I've taken and not. We'll go up this way. This one's as good as any. I'll start marking them actually. So 1 leads to here. Okay. This whole examination thing is kind of wearing on my patience a bit. It's a lot of messing around and puzzles, and I think it's going on for a little bit too long. I think if I'm perfectly honest, the game itself is not exactly grabbing me as much as the first one was. Oh, we're actually in a new spot. I think part of that is because the gem kind of presents itself to me as this is how much you've got to do, which Well, it's interesting to see the different dimensions. It's also sort of oh, we've got like 8 realms worth of stuff to do. Let's see. So this is a different area. Because I kind of liked the first Ultima Underworlds because it was like exploring sort of its own microcosm of a dungeon. Where I guess this kind of is like that with the realms, with the worlds, but I think it falls a bit flat because it's working on this engine, which is designed for dungeons. And so you have places like, oh, this is a big tower, or this is a flying castle. But visually, it's just like a dungeon. You don't, like, look out of a window and see it flying above a world or anything like that. So it's like that expanding it a little bit too far into things which the engine's not really good at doing. Okay, let's put a 3 here. It'd be nice if it had windows in the flying castle so you could have a look out, but it can't do that, so maybe they could have done like did Lands of Lore do something like this where you look out a window and it puts up like a little drawn image of you looking out the window? Hello, welcome Kibbits. Hope you're doing well. Also, the limited soundtrack in the game is, wow. They could maybe have done a bit more music for the game. Even having, like, music from the first game and including, like, the music from the second game in there could have, expanded things a bit. I'm doing... you're doing alright? It's good to hear. I'm doing pretty good, thanks. My back's still a little sore, but we'll see how things go. Might be a bit of a shorter stream. Hello, welcome. Could also add The Way of Ira to the list of must-play blood mods. Oh, thank you. I'll have to try and remember that. We went into another realm as well. It was a odd realm full of strange energy beings. Oh, another area as well. And a new place as well. Who each had like their own function. But I went through a door and it kicked us out. So I decided to explore the other realm, and then we ended up here. Started French meat yesterday. Very impressive as well. French meat. Interesting name for it. Put 5. Oh, we're up here. I'm assuming, of course, that the teleporters only go between one point. Only teleport you to one point. Okay, let's map out this area completely. Right, that was the 4. Okay, 6. Six. There we go. Myself, I did do some local recordings the last 2 days. There was a new version of Voices of the Void which came out, which I had a look at. Since it's a more of a horror game, I like to do local recordings of those. It was mostly just me cleaning up the base. Okay, yeah, I've been down here. So let's go 7. Okay, 7. 8. 8. Am I going to just label all of these? I guess so. 9. Okay. I guess we've kind of got a time limit on this because our character's going to get hungry. But we're only mildly hungry. I don't really want to move into double digits, so I'm going to put an A there. Oh, okay, that put me down there. So 6 and A both go to the same spot. Though this is also where they could be, if they cycle through different locations each time you go through them. I don't know. B. B. Oh. That's just down there. Okay. Hang on. Over here? No. I was going to right. No, I wasn't. Over here. It's also just, you know, me spending some time playing some games I've been meaning to. Rather, which I might not want to, you know, I just generally so I can play them on my own rather than streaming them. There was an update to a Warhammer 3 DLC which came out, which made it a fair bit more worth your money. And there was a another DLC which came out for Age of Wonders 4, which is the game which I have been enjoying. It's rather like the old Masters of Magic turn-based strategy game, which is pretty good. And there's modding capabilities as well with it, so people can add their own spellbooks and so on to it. Where do I want to go? 8. Okay. Though I haven't played the expansion of it yet. No, not there. This way. Was it this one? Okay, so 1 there goes to here, 2 there goes to there. Hello, welcome, Wex. Some beans. Hello, evil person. Fiends and ghouls. I hope things are going well for you. I want to go through this teleporter. Where would that lead? Let's be thorough. Maps of this place probably already exist. Okay, so that was C, and that takes me down here. Okay. So I want to go... Well, I have to go to 7. So only one path place here. This way. Okay, so from here, I need to go to 8. Yeah, around the corner. Then to 1, which is this way. In here. Yep. So we go around the corner, then we take the first left. Go in the teleporter at the end of here. That takes us to the Blackrock area. And then we take 4 to get back over to here. I wonder if there's anything hidden in this central area. Is this the right teleporter? Yes, it is. Okay. So we're back over here. What's that floor made of? Nothing apparently, just marble. I wonder why it made that crunching noise. Let me save. Okay. Let's go this way. Okay, there's a teleporter here. We're up to D. I won't take that just yet. Yeah, down here. Oh, right, I have to change the cycles. E. F. I guess I could save before going into them, then reload afterwards, so I don't have to go through the entire dungeon again. To the end of the hall. Okay. So there's one here. G. Nothing there. H. Okay. Let's save and see where they take us. So where's H take us? to 3. Okay. Is that cheating? Yeah. Saves me time. Okay, so this one is G. It goes to a new place. Okay. What's that for? Sandstone. This pad will teleport you back to the... Why do they say... Oh, this writing reads exit. Okay. There we go. Marble floor. This is a new area, I assume. No, no, no. Yep. Okay, cool. We did the teleport puzzle. So what do? You go from here. You go to 8. Then from 8, you go up this way to 1. Which takes you to here. You go around here to 2, which takes you to here. Then you go over to here to 4. Then you go from 4 down here to G, and then G gets you over here. You don't even need to go into this area. That is just as well, because there's only one teleporter out of there, and a whole bunch of them which go in there. I guess these all lead back to other areas. That doesn't explain what that door was. Should I have opened that door? There wasn't a key on the floor, which I missed. Unless there was a room in here, or one of these teleporters led to an area over here where there was something. I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna look that up. Just a moment. Okay, what's this? Like World 5? Okay, it's called the Scintillas Academy. Wait, hang on. Mage Academy. Things you have to do. Put the gold coffer on the middle pressure plate that opens the right-hand portcullis. Yeah, okay, that's the first thing you do. Level 2. Try not to slide over the ice too badly and push the button in the east, then reach the door. Go through the second door and avoid arrow traps. Yeah, sure, I did that. Take the wand and telekinesis and jump on the easternmost pillar and push the button. Then jump 2 pillars north and 2 west. Use daylight, then use the wand on the button on the far western wall to raise pillars to the exit. That was the lava jumping trap. Which, I pressed the buttons myself and then jumped around. I guess that's to do it without taking damage. Because I landed on the lava and jumped back across. Finding keys in northwest and southeast corners. Exit is in the northeast. Yep, that's the area which is all different levels. Level 5. Take the pole and flip switches with it until the northern door opens. Then go through that door and get the key. Do not push the button for the exit through the southern door. Yeah, okay, I did that. That was pretty quick. Step on pressure plates to create headless, then take the key. Headless to kill by arrows meant for you. Follow the instructions on the map to solve the labyrinth. Oh, I guess that's just saying it has a map in the wiki I'm looking at. Okay, and there's some other stuff. So, it doesn't say anything about the secret door there. Oh well. Let's have a look at this. Also, can I do something? Huh, interesting. If I hold down shift and press J, you just jump forward. The walkthrough called that a bullfrog jump. Okay. Good. Is there a way to get back up? Oh, hello. Oh. Over there. Good. Hello, there is a key. Wow. One hit kill. Okay, I get a key. Keel feels unnaturally cold to the touch. Let's go over here. There we go. There's a way up. Okay. Do I just jump into the darkness? I'm not making it. The platforms are too far apart. Oh, I thought I had it loaded. It's just because it was so dark. No, there's just not a platform there. Okay. That would explain it. I'm not reaching the platform because there's one missing. Wasn't there not one there before? Are the platforms disappearing when I go to jump for them? Yep. Was there not a platform there? It just disappeared. Will it appear again in a moment? I can see a platform all the way over there, but I don't think I can jump that far. Yep. Hello. I'll take your health potion. Yeah, platform. And then no platform. So the platforms disappear when you stand on a square with an, depending on which way the arrow is pointing. So this one here, it will get rid of that platform. That one there will get rid of that platform, I guess. That one will get rid of that one. Well, that's not good. I got rid of that platform. Okay, maybe on here? No, no, no. Okay, and then if I jump there, it'll get rid of that platform, which I don't want. I can't get to that one because that one gets rid of this, and I need to go this way, I believe. Oh no, I need to go here. Yeah, right. Oh. It's always a little bit too off. There we go. I don't know if this is the right path. But hey. This is good as any. Okay. Imagine you did all that and you hadn't gotten the key. Okay, level 8. Hooray. Spacey Twinkles. Oh, there's a rune. A bet stone. I think we've already got that, but I'll take it. There's a chained coif. Or cowl. But I've already got one. This key can go into the bag. I don't need it. What about this? There's nothing in the little bag. Okay. What's this say? Section 8. Badly worn battle axe. $3,529. Okay. Teleport me up there? Yes. Yeah, that's back to the beginning. Okay. Okay, that teleports me back to the same place. Oh, hello. So I get it wrong and it's going to spawn enemies. Okay. Right. 3529. What's that? Three? No. Where do we start? We start up in this corner. Okay. So if I go down here, 1, 2, 3. Here. Okay. Good. Progress. Let's continue going clockwise. I can't pick that up. I don't think I need this anymore. I'm way down by stuff. What can I drop? What are the purple potions for again? I think I wrote on my map what they're for. Text. Maybe I did, but then I died. Okay. I am just going to look up what the different potions do. Hold on a moment. It'll just make things easier, because I've drunk some of them, but... Okay. Let me just write this here. So, yellow, healing, red, which I think we've seen some, cure poison, green, poison, black, invisibility, purple, protection, and brown, speed. It's also apparently colorless, which is increased mana, or it's apparently basilisk oil. Some of these have actually apparently got two different purposes. Okay. Yeah. The effects of potions is generally the same across the different Ultima games. So, do I need all these? Let me think. I don't want the bottle. What's this? Brat potion. So that was speed. What about this wand? Okay, that did something. I didn't see what that did. But it did something. I'll drink one of these. Right, yeah, so that gave me flame proof. So it's just like, it gives you like a random resistance. Okay, so where I appeared from was here, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. You're tougher. Quite a bit tougher than the other enemies. Come on. He's not following me. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. And we're in here. And then it was like 3, 5 or something, wasn't it? Yeah, I went into the 5th one down there. But that wasn't correct. Ugh. I want to see what the message says again. 3529. Okay, so from here. 1, 2, 3. From here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Where the heck do you go? Vanished. My reasoning must not be right. 1, 2, 3. That's not 1. 4, 5. This one? 1. Three. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Damn it. One, two. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it was 3, 5, 8, 2. I want to go. One, 2, 3. Oh, you dropped something. A little gem. 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. Oh well, at least we're getting some experience from it. How much money? 2 coins. Oh, I don't need those. 3529. Thought I got it wrong. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now 2. 1. Is that 1? Yes. So 1, 2. No. Am I missing something else about this puzzle? Let me see. So I'm going in this one. And then when I go in here, it puts me here. And then I go in this one. So 3, 5. I can go back around the other way because I know the right one. This one. Okay, then that puts me here. So it's not this one. Does 3 count for the first room? But that doesn't make sense because there's only one portal for that, and that's not a puzzle. I must be counting the wrong thing. Let me have a look. Oh. So I am I'm doing it correctly, but I'm arriving at the solution kind of by luck. So what you need to do, apparently, is you need to find the nook with red carpet, then count from there. So 1, 2. No? And you go clockwise from that. I mean, let's see. So... But that doesn't make sense, because this one... It's here. Carpet's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, so I was on the wrong number. Then from here, it's 1, 2. So I guess this counts as 3. So you go 1, 2, 3. Then 5. See, that doesn't make sense to me because it's only one portal on the first level. So you go from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. This one. Yeah, 5. Because I guess you count the corners. And then 2. 1. 2? No. Let me have a look at this again. Find the red carpet on each ring and count clockwise. The 3rd, 5th, 2nd, and 9th niche are the right ones. Okay. One, 2, 3. Like, does this count as a niche? 1, 2, no. But it's 5, not 3. So from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. Then from here, 1, 2. I don't understand that bit. All this gold which I'm having to leave behind. So this one was... this one. Okay, and then this is 9. So from the carpet, it was 9. Okay, so here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now there's apparently a bit more here, which I might actually have to use the wiki to, or the walkthrough to sort out. It depends. Because there is a vault here which has stuff in it, which I'll probably want. Istrick, B+, Jesho, C+, Parent, F, dead. Oddrunge, A-. Ravenna, dead. Mirror, B. Lodra, B-. Elster, incomplete. Yeah, well, he's still sitting at the beginning. There's a barrel. And a bed. Stuff in the chest. Moldy piece of cheese. There is a sunk stone, which I'll take. There's a wand, and there's another piece of paper. Oh, it's a... You have read the scroll. Calorion. I have taken care of the Vas and Tim runes you sent me. They should be fairly safe. Signed, Rovelar. Okay. Slightly worn wand. Let me drop some potions. I don't need the green one. That's just poison. Let me drop the flute. I guess I'll drop the gold cup. But it's a goblet. I want it. It's so cool. What about this? Okay. That looks like the object I want. And there's some more other runes in there. Serviceable dagger. Let's take this. And I don't need that cheese. What's in the barrel? Water. I guess I could drink that. Probably be rather thirsty after all that. Okay. Exit to exam level 1. Well, I don't want to leave just yet. There's apparently a vault. Magic scroll, magic scroll. Health potion, boots, bedroll, light mace. Okay. There is a cake, moldy cheese, moldy pastry. Some money, 11 coins, and a whole lot of water. And ale. A ragged scroll. Larkin. This is now the 5th straight day that I have detected an interdimensional disturbance in the ether. Judging from the proportional increases, I am now sure than ever that something monstrously powerful is fast approaching our planet. The Council has thus far refused to acknowledge the import of my observations, but I am convinced that we are potentially in grave danger. Could you place me on the agenda for the next Council meeting? Thanks, Devro. Probably the Avatar. Not the Avatar. The Guardian. An extremely curious herb. It seems like the legendary mandrake to thrive only on grave sites. It effects entirely singular in my experiences. The rest of the note is faded and unreadable. Okay. We detected the Avatar hurtling towards us from across the ether. This aura of thievery and questionable murder approaching at high speed. Or questionable killing. Chest is locked. What's this? Ragged scroll. Robilar, the council has voted on the matter of the secure vault. They think it would be safest to build in the ethereal void and to put up obstacles that require magical training in addition to an ordinary key. They'd like to see plans next week, and if all goes well, expect it finished in a month. Okay, there is a key. Ordinary key. Key doesn't fit on the chest. Okay. Secure vault. For your safety, please keep out. I see a moon gate. Interesting. Oh, hey. Get over here. Oh, I can't attack you. A massive door. Door is locked. What about the key? Unlocks the door. Up. You see a Tim rune. Can I take it? Can't pick that up. You feel your limbs stiffen. You are unable to move. Ow. Well, this is embarrassing. I guess I'm dead. Oh no, I can move. Glug glug. There's a button over there. I think I need to use, like, telekinesis on it. Or that. Excuse me? Oi! Who did that? I'm sure I heard the door creak. I'm somewhere else. Cool Blackrock gem. Okay, well, I think that means that, like, I got to the end, but I didn't solve the puzzle for the Uh, from the vault. Okay. Let me see. I'm reading what I need to do. I've done enough puzzling for my tastes for this section. Let's just continue with it. Okay, so. Oh, hang on. Okay, here we go. I don't want to go into the vault just yet. There's another item I apparently need. Oh, I appeared just over here. Okay. There's an Arnstone, a Liem, Wis, Us, Her, Grav. And I'll take those. They look a little worn. One of the things says, one of the things this walkthrough says is, if you get a Flum rune, you should keep one of them outside of your bag. So there's apparently a Frasnium circlet which you need to find. But I didn't see anything around here. Anything in this pile? No. There wasn't anything in here. It says that these are like the staff rooms or the tester rooms. Okay, and that's the... way out. Yep, okay. So... oh! There's a secret door behind one of the rooms. This one, was it? No. This one. Well, it's locked. I don't see a key around here. One of the keys I picked up already? Frasnium circlet. I didn't see anything like that. That would stand out a fair bit because I have Frasnium gauntlets and those are yellow. I open this? Nothing there. Nothing there. Lying on the ground here. I opened that, but it was empty. Is there a key behind the bed? No. In here? No. I would have thought it would be like... in here. Or one of the bodies here. Just take that. That's what I'm here for. I don't know. I guess it's behind that secret door, but I don't know how to get in there. In the quarters of level 8, you'll find a mace of unsurpassed accuracy. Oh, I guess that's a mace there? Okay. There's also apparently some magic leather boots at level 4. Let me have a look. Ultima Underworld II. Oh. The wiki's just copied to someone else's website. But they haven't included like the pages which go into greater detail. Oh, okay. I can use the gauntlets, which I have. So I'll put those on. if I have them. Yeah, I do. Okay, so apparently these Frazium gauntlets are fine. Okay, let's go in here. No, let me just save. Okay. Right, so here... Yep. Use the key. Okay, so as we saw, this rune here will paralyze me if I touch it. So you can solve this by either casting a spell at it, I guess if you have the runes, which is Dispel Rune, Unjux Ort. Unjux. Ort. There we go. Or you can throw a coin at it. Apparently, throwing a coin at it will also dispel it. Okay, so this one, this door is locked and you have to hit that switch over there. Hold on, I'm going to get a list of the spells. Let me see. Hello, welcome, welcome. I want telekinesis. Ort por diem. Okay. That is Ort por lim. Oh, the incantation failed. And the spell backfired. Great. I'm out of mana. We can also use this wand here. I guess if you're accurate enough. There we go. Okay. Path leads you to a water maze. Exit of this maze is blocked by a locked door. You must first find the switch that opens the door. We are going to have a rest because I need my mana back. Okay. We're very hungry. Don't think I've got any food. No, I had some delicious leeches. Okay, let me just save again. So we can cast Water Walk, which is your plem. Do I have that? No, liem por. Liem por. Okay. Or we could use a pole to press the button, which is up on the wall, which you wouldn't be able to reach if you were swimming around in the water. Wherever the switch is. I'm not looking at a map at the moment. Let me go back to where I started from. Okay, so from here... okay, I see. So we go here. And then... this area, like this, it's kind of a loop around. So we can go this way up here. And then over here. And then up here. And the switch is over here. So we can switch that. And then we can go back out here. And we go this way. Up here. We'll enter, yeah, this room. And then down here. And then there's the door. Okay. We'll save. After leaving the water maze, you will soon find another locked door. Turn left and walk straight ahead. This is another maze, but the walls are all illusionary. Until you reach a switch 3 on a wall. Flip the switch and turn around and head back to the door. Okay. So it's just like, what, invisible walls or something? Yeah, okay. Okay, just walk through them. Oh, what's that? Right, the door. No, door's open now. Okay. It looks like there's a puzzle, but there's not. Well, there is, but it looks like it's a maze, but it's not. You just walk through it. Okay. Next area. There's apparently 2 ways to do this one. Let me just reload. Because I fell down the pit. Okay, so... you are on a ledge above 3 wide purple pits. The pits are separated from one another by black walls. You have a host of opportunities to reach the pool, at 11, at the end of the last pit. Right, so imagine this is like a series of 3 rooms, one after the other. The hardest way is to jump down into the first pit to use the red moon gate, which will transport you to a pedestal in a fiery area with a right and left and a center room. And then you have to be able to get through a bunch of areas which you'll take fire damage in. Yeah, okay. Because there's lava or something. You can cast Bouncing, Us Des Paw, or wear the leather boots of Bounce, which we don't have. So if we cast the spell, I think I've got those. Us des Por. So what? I just jump? Well, that does make me bounce, doesn't it? It would be nice if I bounced up onto the platform there. Us des Por. Okay, there we go. Let me save again. No. Ow. Nearly. Better to run and then jump. Because you get more forward momentum. Okay, and you land in the water. Climb the grey ascending path from the pool and continue on your way. Whoop, and I just hit that. Go through because there's a illusionary wall. We are in the outer vault. Yeah, okay, I see how this is. No. Stop that. Okay, let me save. Loot! No, stop that. Okay. Look at all this stuff. Okay, so we should have 2 flum runes here. Flum runes here. I'll pick one up, put it into my rune bag for us to use. And then you need to pick up another one apparently and put it into another bag. Because you need it for later. I don't know what for, but I'm going to trust the walkthrough on that. Do I want all these other gems and all? I guess. They're pretty neat. There's some potions. Are these... Colorless potion of basilisk oil. Yeah, I guess I'll take those. How much money is there? 10 coins. 21 coins. 10 coins. 5 coins. 3 coins. And a perfect goblet. That in there. Okay, so and then there's another secret door there. This is what we need the Phrasium gauntlets for, I guess, the force field, because without it you wouldn't be able to walk through it. And oh, hello. There we go. There was a hidden panel in the floor. There's an excellent jeweled axe. I'm gonna have to drop some more things. Drop these potions. I don't know what all these wands are. I'm not good at identifying them. I don't need the fishing rod. Do the gems do anything, or are they just for, like, money? Is there anything... Okay. Hang on. Is one of these a moonstone? Because I do... need to hold on to a moonstone, which I think I found on one of the floors. I guess I could come back here if I needed to. Magical Emerald. I don't know what that did. It's not magical anymore. Oh, I think it regenerated my mana, did it? Okay. No, I'll drop that. What about the wand? Okay, that's a magic missile. I don't need that. And there's a bunch of runes in here. And a bottle of wine. We don't need that. One of these runes. Tim stone. Which we don't have. That'll be very useful. A Vus stone. Tim, Vus, and Vus. Okay, so there's only Tim and Vus stones. But we don't have those, so we'll take those. And there's this axe as well. Which, it says it's an excellent jeweled axe, but apparently this is an axe of fire doom. So, that'll be pretty useful. Not that I'm proficient in using axes, but hey, we'll hold on to that. Okay, and I think if we keep going up this way... yeah, we get to a teleporter. Bring it back to near the Yellow Moon Gate, and you can transport back to the Academy. Okay. What was the one in law? In law. There we go. Okay, now we can leave. We go this way and over here. We'll be able to exit out of this place. And we're back on the first floor. So apparently there are some, like, good boots on level 4. Boots of, like, really good defense or something like that. And I think if we go into here... maybe? The mage which was here before isn't here anymore. Apparently if you go in here you find that he died or something. Let me just save. Maybe that was the stuff on the ground? There might have been his stuff on the ground in there. No, that was stuff which is like telling you how to do the puzzle. Yeah, whatever. Oh, not too fast. Just leave. Because we got what we needed here. Hey, okay. All that's done. Let's go back up to the castle. We'll get the mage guy, I forget his name, to enchant this stone. And we'll talk to people and see if there's anything which has been changing around here. Because there was a murder which we're investigating. Lady Tory. Okay. What's the current situation? Mage guy's his name from now on. Yeah, pretty much. I can't remember the names of all these characters. I come and talk to them every now and then, and they tell me things. Just now I heard a great commotion over in the servants' quarters. It seems Charles has made some sort of discovery in the storerooms. He is most proud of himself. Okay. No, there isn't anything, actually. Hello? What have you been doing? Oh, that last year. I don't need that. Okay, bye. Dupree! What's on thy mind? I have just now returned from the Ice Caverns, Avatar. Even after visiting there myself, I can scarcely believe this other world is real. 'Tis indeed a marvel. 'Tis indeed a shame that should we destroy this gem, I shall never again have a chance to voyage between the worlds. What else have we to speak of? Yeah, that's fine. That's interesting that that they're like actually going and exploring it themselves. I wonder if they were wondering whether they could have like party members with you in this or something. Depending on how they handled it, I'm kind of glad that they didn't end up doing that. Oh, Earlo, there you are. Okay, you don't have anything to say. I get stuck on them, especially with all the jumping puzzles. Ugh, I don't want to even think about it. Maybe it's just to give them a bit more life. You haven't even cleaned up the blood from Lady Tory's death? Julia. Anything going on? I still think Ferrandwin is a killer. I wouldn't go near the man if I were you. Okay, that's fine. Bye. Yeah, people think Ferrandwin is the murderer of Lady Tory because he's not very likable. How many points do I have? Okay, yeah. Or how many skill points do I have? I have 12. Okay, I think I can... I want to increase my lore a few times. Two... 3, 4. Okay. Okay, does that let me identify, like, the scrolls which I have? And the, wands? Acid Spit. Can't identify that one. It's a yellow potion. Who knows what it does? Cursed red ring. Okay, well, I'll drop that. Get out of here. Ruby. Magical leeches? Oh. Oh, that's just a inventory scroll. I don't think I need that. What's this? Magical scepter. Still can't tell what that is. Magical wand. Worn wand. Storage crystal. Oh, I don't need this. Okay, Jeweled Axe of Fire Doom. Excuse me. I need to go to my bedroom because I am going to dump a bunch of these items out on the floor. Let me see. No, I want to pick up the box. Okay. Put that there. Put that there. Okay. I don't need all these wands, so I gotta take them out. And these gems. I think they're mostly for, like, trading purposes. And I've got a lot of gold. 24. It's magic scepter I can put there as well. Okay. The brown potion, that is for speed. I'll keep that. Do I need the axe? I'm not really proficient in axes. I'll keep it in here. This key. What have I got in here? Black pearl, the eggshells, amethyst rod, a wand. There's the moonstone. Okay, so I want to keep the moonstone. I don't... I needed a pure amethyst rod, a black eggshell, and something else for someone to create something for me. I forget what it was. Let me put the moonstone in here. No, I don't want to use the key. I don't think I need this key now. Put that there. I don't think I need any of these keys. So I'm going to put them into the box. These ones I'm a little bit less sure about. Because since they're at the bottom of the bag, they're more recent ones, which I've... The more recent ones I've picked up, so... I want to keep this. Yeah, that goes in there. Actually, no. Put that in there. Put the scroll in there. And these are basilisk oil? Basilisk oil? Hey, YOLO. So I can put this down. In here I have gold, 2 health potions, and some string. And my watch. So I'll keep that. I'll put that in... It'd be nice if I could, like, change the color of the bags. Okay, I don't need the gold. So put this in there. It's too full. Okay. Just toss it over there. YOLO, don't steal my gold. As long as you're wandering around my room. You are YOLO, aren't you? Yeah, you are. I know what you're like. Can't keep your hands off stuff. Okay. I also need to get some food. I am really hungry. But I think that's fine for the moment. Let's go to the kitchen. I will grab something to eat. You're just a guard. You're not Joffrey. Okay, what's on meal? Almost fresh piece of meat. Yum yum. Tasted great. And some corn. What about over here? 3 days old apple. And a day old piece of cheese. I'll eat the cheese. Okay, so apparently Charles had something to say to us in the basement. Or he was excited about something he found. The fact that I dumped all the food out on the floor and it's now all rotting. Because once I take stuff out of a barrel, I can't put it back in. Oh, I can't open that. Well, it's not in here. Over here? Okay. You don't have anything. What are the needs? Just hunger or thirst, and fatigue, sleep as well. Yeah, there's hunger, thirst, and then there's also, fatigue. So you need to sleep every now and then. I don't know what the effects are if you don't sleep. It's been... Honestly, it's been really easy to manage. It's like, as long as you have something to eat whenever you remember to, it's fine. And sleeping... I haven't slept too many times in the game. Mostly just to regenerate my mana, and that's enough, so... I believe there is a day-night cycle. Time is passing. We have a watch and it says 5:23 at the moment, so... But, without, like, daylight, you know, it doesn't really mean too much. I think characters have a schedule, too. They seem to be in certain places at certain times of the day, but... I don't think it really means much. Oh, they're in their bedrooms now. Oh, they're out in the main hall. Quite realistic for such an ancient game. The Ultima series, certainly the later ones, from 6 onwards, tended to put a lot of effort into making the world seem like it was living. having characters like going to sleep, waking up, eating, going to the shop at a certain time and opening up, then closing it at a time, then like going to the tavern and having a meal and then going home again. Ultima VII had a lot of that. I guess Ultima Underworld II here has that as well, though because you're in a dungeon it doesn't really mean too much. And you don't get all of the neat little details that Ultima VII does. Like, Ultima VII in the castle here, you could go in during the day and there'd be people in the kitchen and they'd be baking bread. They'd be going through the process of getting flour, putting it on the table, turning it into dough, taking the dough, putting it into a oven and baking it into a loaf of bread. And you could do the same thing as well in that game. It's pretty neat. But they're not really doing any of that in this. They just sort of wander around an area. I've had a new idea concerning thy interplanar vagrancy. Nistel. Okay. What wouldst thou say to me? Just think, on each of the planes thou hast travelled on, the Guardian hath in the past accomplished some prodigious work of sorcery. Coincidence, my dear Avatar? I think not. Well, what of it? There must be some connection between the dimensions where the Guardian has unleashed his most powerful sorcery. That is why we have become connected to them. If I had the original spell with which it was cast, perhaps I could reverse this connection, dissipate along those connections the power that maintains the gem. If there is nothing more, I must return to my work. I've seen some mentions about this as hints at this in the walkthrough I've been reading. Apparently going to each of the different realms is only the first part of the quest. You have like a secondary quest which will lead you to each of the locations. I think for collecting resources from each of them. You may remember when we went to the ice caverns, there was that like mud which was rich with a certain material from that realm, and we'll have to go back and get that at a later point. Underworld is self-explanatory. Are there only dungeons and nothing outside? The Ultima series take place in a world called Sartosa, I think. But also like on the continent of Britannia. And Ultima 1 through 7 and I think 9 take place in Britannia. 1 to 3 I think take place in the greater world, but 4, 5, 6, 7 and Underworld 2 here. I'm not sure about Underworld 1 and 9 all take place on the in the continent of Britannia. Ultima Underworld 2 here, it's taking place in dungeons, but it's because the castle has been enveloped by a big orb, which is preventing us from going outside of the castle. Ultima Underworld 1 takes place in a multi-layered dungeon which is used as a prison. I'm not sure where it's located in the Ultima world, Ultima setting, but you get wrongfully blamed for a crime and you're sentenced to going into the underworld dungeon, and then you have to find your way out and also rescue the person who was kidnapped and taken in there. So, Underworld, in the context of the first Ultima Underworld, makes sense, because it's like multiple layers of dungeon. Ultima Underworld 2, it also makes sense because we're going into different levels beneath the castle, but we're also going to different worlds, which is where the subtitle Labyrinth of Worlds comes in. So I rather like the style of game. They're sort of like the first-person dungeon crawler, but with more of puzzle solving and talking characters. Arx Fatalis is very much like it, because it was planned as a third in the series for the Ultima Underworld series, but they didn't end up having the they didn't end up getting EA to agree to that, I think, or something like that. So they ended up making it in their own setting. But having played it, it is very similar to Ultima. There is actually another game which came out a few years ago, I think by some of the same developers as this, called Underworld Ascendant, which I mean to have a look at some point. I don't know anything about it, which is apparently quite similar to this. I think it had a bit of a buggy initial release, but yeah, it's apparently a bit better now than it was on release. Do I know Ultima Online Shards of Britannia? It's a remastered 3D client. Oh, okay. I haven't actually played Ultima Online. I know of it, but like the Ultima series as a whole, I never grew up playing them. I've played Ultima VII on stream and Ultima Underworld 1, and I mean to play more in the series, but yeah, I quite enjoy them, but I never really played many of the MMO type games. Certainly not the earlier ones. Though I believe Ultima Online is still going impressively. Yeah, teach me more. Casting skill. Because I was failing casting spells. Teach me more. Casting skill. Okay. Mana store. Okay, more mana. That's fine. I must leave. Okay, so how many more training points do I have? 2. I'm going to spend those on increasing my lore again, because I think I've been overlooking a lot of magical items just because without it, they show up as magical. It just says it's a pair of boots. Okay, tell me more. Yeah, talks for a long time, but you find your attention straying. Okay, I have no more points. Okay, so now that's set. Now that that's done. What did they say? Charles wanted to talk to me. Where is he? I thought he would be down in the storeroom. Apparently he discovered something there. Some of these plants are looking a bit withered. I guess it makes sense. Several days without any sun or rain. There's popcorn on the ground. Why is there popcorn on the ground? Okay. What's been going on? I did a whole bunch of training. Yeah, this is where the exit from the castle would be, but, just Blackrock. I mean, down there? You're just a guard. Syria, hello. Do you have something to say? Ah, Avatar. What's on thy mind? I heard that Whelp Charles has found something to excite him down in the basement. Probably found a few more mushy old apples. Nothing, thank thee. You know, you could set up expeditions down into the basement to catch fish from one of the streams down there or something. I wonder if the guard's going alright. Not the guard, the thief in here is going alright. Probably running a bit low on food. Okay. He might be just for training purposes. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Hey Joffrey, I've brought you a visitor. You don't have anything interesting to say. I will leave. In here? Charles! That's the armory. We were told that a key is around somewhere for the armory, but I haven't found it. It was like guarded by a green creature or something. That's further down. No, that's the ladder going up. That's the stairs down to where the gem is. This is a ladder, yeah, which exits over to here. Maybe he's in here? No? Not British. You got anything to say? Nope. Is that you in the corner there? Charles, hello. Ah, look what I found. What is it? 'Tis a key. 'Twas in a locked chest in an old storeroom. It looks very old, perhaps from the days of Minax. Thanks. It's a great discovery. I hope it helps thee. What is it? It's not so important, but did I mention what I found with the key? Some old document about a battle with a sorcerer whose body was never found. It all crumbled when I tried to pick it up. Will there be anything else? Okay. Okay, no thanks. Bye. This key feels unnaturally heavy. Well, it doesn't weigh much. Is it for the armory? Minax. That's from the second Ultima game. Can I use it on here? Does not fit. Okay. Storeroom. Now, where would I go? The armory has two doors leading into it. So if we go down the ladder stairs over here, you know, here, which is next to Joffrey's room, we'll end up over here, and this is the armory here. This is a room which is part of Nistel's room. Was there a door which was locked here? I don't think so. I should go and have a chat to Patterson and, Feridwin. See how they are. Oh, do you have anything to say about this key? Oh, I have a gem. Oh, yeah, sure, I have to, There you go. Hey. Okay, I'll speak with you later. Warm Blackrock gem. Hello. What a pleasure to see thee. How are things? I have heard of thy discovery of a peaceful world ruled by a regent of the Guardian. Is it possible? Dost thou think we too? Oh, never mind, I shouldn't say it. What hast thou to propose? Well, I mean to say, perhaps to live under the Guardian would not be that bad. Thou hast only to look at what he did to Britannia to know what it would be like under his rule. The inhabitants did seem at peace, in a sense, but certainly discontented. I mean, that's the thing, right? They're peaceful, but it's a forced peace, and they're all there to serve him. It's not really a way to live. But certainly discontented. I see. That's right. I'll speak with you later. Hello. I've been meaning to speak to thee. What's on thy mind? So thou hast discovered a river in another world. 'Tis most fortunate for us that we shall not perish of thirst. Wert thou searching for water, or didst thou stumble across it accidentally? Which river do you mean? I've come across multiple. 'Twas sheer luck that I found water there. Does it matter? We should just be thankful to have found it. I was indeed searching for it. I have saved us all. It was sheer luck. I thought as much. Good fortune seems to be thy constant companion. Well, I'm persistent. Honestly, I wasn't searching for it because I didn't know that finding water would be a problem. It was solved before it became a problem. But I like the idea that they're actually going to these different worlds for, like, purposes. I guess they could be like, we need food. Pop down to the gem and go to one of the other realms and get some food from there. Excuse me. Out of the way. Okay, so... key. Do I want to look up what this key was for? I don't think there's any other doors in the castle which I could use it on. Ugh. So... oh, hello. Get. No, don't run off. You started this. Yeah, this is the underside of the giant gem which we're enclosed in. And this leads up to the fourth floor of the dungeon. Over here, I think. One. Over there? Down level 5. Up level 4. It should be there. The key could fit into... There's a locked chest there. It could be in there. That was where the gazers were. Locked door at 3. All the way down there. And then locked damaged door here. But this isn't one room, so each of these is their own area. Okay. I'm gonna go have a look over there. It's not that some areas, when you step into them, it gets a lot darker. Oh, is that anything? No, it's just a white mace. This is... It's just a roundabout way, isn't it? Yeah, it just goes all the way around here. Let me go back up to the castle. Okay, and... I want to go... over here. Okay. I go over this way, in here, then up, and then down. And I think if I keep going this way, yes. Okay, it's a key for this. No. Okay. No, not that way. I want to check that other door at 3. So to get there... I need to go... through here. No, I don't. No, I need to go this way. I think. Yes. Damn it! Get out of the way, Pat. Doesn't fit. It's down to level 4. Okay, I don't want to go down this way. Key doesn't fit. Okay. I haven't explored in those areas. Down in the water there. Oh, hello. What have we got? Piece of paper? Harry, I'm not going to be able to get you to that slug repellent until Thursday, so I hope you can hold on until then. In the meantime, I'll stop storing your food in your office. Sabo. Well, didn't get enough slug repellent. You mean salt? Oh, that door's locked. Empty the barrel. What the heck's that? A leather vest. Okay, well, I've got a magical leather vest, so I don't need this. It was full of slugs. And cheese. Moldy and stale pieces of cheese. Oh, that's on the other side of that door. Okay, well, never mind then. Okay, so if that door was open, and I could possibly picklock it, but I'm not good at that. I haven't been training that skill. Uh... Okay, that's, a little area. No? Okay, thank you. This is a place I haven't explored. Another door. The key unlocks it. Okay. Oh. An upset haunt. Well, you're not hostile. So, that's fine. As long as you're just upset. And there is a chest. Chest is locked. Key doesn't fit. Okay. Do I need to attack the haunt? The reason why it goes all stuttery when I get into the water is because I'm holding down shift to go into stepping mode. Like this. It's faster for me to get through the water like that, rather than just trying to swim through it normally. Sorry, ghost. On the off chance that you'll drop a key or something. Ow. Oh, you poisoned me. Ow. Was it hurting me whenever I hit it? Like rebounding damage at me? Let's see. No. Should have kept one of the wands. Can I use the key on you? There's no lock on that. Well, I have to agree with you there. Let me see. Okay. Let me have a look at something else. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. So you can try and kill the ghost, but you don't need to. This chest here, apparently you can pick it, or you can bash it open. I was thinking maybe there was a key somewhere, but... We'll see whether I can pick it. I broke my pick. I broke my pick. I succeeded. Inside, there is quite a lot of stuff. We have... Excuse me, I claim this stuff by right of conquest. Ow. There's a rune in there which I'd like. Wop wop wop. You recall certain monsters being non-magical weapon proof in Icewind Dale. Yes. I don't know if that's true in this game. The haunt just seems really powerful, so I might just have to train more before we can deal with it. I don't think I have, yeah, I don't have a magical weapon. Okay, there we go. I actually picked it. Let's save. Right, so the things in the chest. 13 gold. There's a Nox stone. A magical scroll. There's a key. Another moonstone, which is very important. And a scepter. So, I want to be taking some of this stuff. We'll take the Nox rune. We'll take the magic orb. We'll take the key. We'll take this. Bye. I'll just leave the gold there. I don't need it. I have like 100 or something gold. Yeah. Closed door. Okay. So the Nox rune is good. I don't think we had that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. We've got every rune except for one. There we go. Nox. If I remember correctly with the D&D games, the enemy I remember which is immune to non-magic weapons. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I was thinking of the wrong thing. I was thinking of enemies which are immune to magical weapons. But yeah, there's enemies in D&D which you have to have a certain level of magical weapon to hit. Like +3 or whatever. Okay. Let's go down to level 4. There is actually another place which I want to go and have a look at, because I did just read where the key for the armory is. And we have been where the key is, but I don't remember where it is. There was a room which we went into where there was a roper. But I don't remember where that is. The roper being a tree-like enemy. Let me see. Is it a Reaper? It might be called a Reaper. Oh, is it down there? Pit behind the Reaper on level 4. Yeah, okay. I think it's down here. Where am I? I'm there, okay. We'll just swim to the shore, wherever that is. No. Uh-oh. Okay. Wait. Right. Yeah. Okay. I went back upstairs. Okay, I want to go down to level 4. That is over... this way. I'm here. Okay. Around here. Here we go. Down here. And yeah, we're right near where we need to be. So we need to go down there. Which is this way. Excuse me, rats. Hey, Varix. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yep, down this way. Whereabouts? I'm trying to. They're getting under my feet, though. Finished the Black Parade last night. Oh, well done. Let's see. Right, yeah. What did you think of the end of it? Super easy. Oh, okay. So you've 100%ed all the levels, have you? I never did. I can imagine some of those pieces of loot are very well hidden. I just don't remember what the last level was like. Last level was probably the Demon Tower. Oh, yes, that's it. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that was an interesting level. I like the visuals of it. I mean, a boss fight in Thief game is a difficult thing to do. Ow! Jerk! Hold on. What is heal? Embed money? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Also, I want Liam Poor. There we go. Water walking. Really like the design for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I liked it too. I felt like I didn't see all the level while I was doing it. Like, the path I took was you start up the top with like a ramp going down to the central tower. And I went down into the pit, and then I went to, like, the right into one of the smaller towers, and then underneath it into the main tower. But I think there was, like, it felt like there was more areas around the bottom there, which I didn't end up exploring. Because there was, like, enemies down in the pit there. I didn't see too much of them. Because there was no limitations to killing being sick. It felt easier because you could treat it like a combat area. You think you did the same? Yeah. Maybe it's just because of how the area feels that feels a lot bigger than it actually is. But I felt like I skipped a fair amount of stuff which was around there. The aim is just to get to the top. There's little need to explore around. Yeah, it's true. Like, you're not really there to get loot. So I think there's something behind one of the things here. Ow! Ow! Jerk tree! Can I kill it? I don't know. Reapers are one of the tougher enemies. Oh, I was casting the wrong spell. Fantastic. I thought I was healing myself. Its health is yellow. Nope. I probably could if I hadn't royally messed things up. I need an axe. My axe of Fire Doom is in my room. I should have brought it. There's a broken axe there. Okay, let's see. Liam-Poor. Okay, and bet money. Okay, I trained up my spell casting it as well, and I'm still failing casting spells every now and then. Okay, come on. Hopefully you don't destroy my longsword before I kill you. Okay, that was a good series of hits. His health is on yellow. On red. Hasn't even hit me. Flip. Yay. Pile of wood chips. Hooray. There we go. I'm pretty sure Reapers... I think they were called Ropers in Ultima 4, and I think they could put you to sleep. Luckily, they don't seem to be able to do that in this. Broken sword. Can't pick up the wood chips. There's something down there. No, that's a plant. Like, how the heck do you get that? There's a key down there. Again, I don't think I can look up and down. Can I? Hold on a moment. Oh, okay, apparently you can. 1, 2, and 3. It tilts the camera down slightly. I honestly didn't think you could do that. A worn and tarnished key from heavy use. That's the one for the armory. And I think there's something else here? Or around here? Huh. There's a magic scroll. I think there's a sword here or something. Let me have a look. Oh, I think I got it. Is that the sword which I have? No. Yeah, because I ran past here at an earlier point. Yep. But then I'm confusing myself. I think I grabbed a sword back here, but I can't remember whether I actually died or not, so... There was a sort of major damage back here. Hidden by a plant, but I can't see it, so I'm guessing I actually got it. think it was like behind there. Looks like I've got it though, so that's fine. Okay, and I have to remember being able to look up and down. Okay, we can go back up to the castle now and go into the armory. Am I going the right way? Yeah, okay. Excuse me, rat. Yep, okay. Down here, then turn. I really wouldn't have minded if they'd made this game so you could walk through enemies. They really tend to get under your feet. Oh, right, I still got water walking on, don't I? Whee! Okay, and I want to go up the stairs around here. Ah, bugger. Okay, go up here. In here. Please. Thank you. Hey, rat, how's your chicken wing going? Chicken leg going? You haven't even touched it. Did I get any training points for killing that? No. Where am I going? I was choosing directions and my mind hadn't put together where I was. Okay, right, I'm next to my room. Yes. So I want to go this way. Grab something to eat. And use key on door. Right, what's in here? We have worn cudgel, worn mace, serviceable light mace, serviceable light mace, wooden shields, small shields, tower shield, mail shirt, worn breastplate, serviceable leather vest, an anvil, badly worn helmet, rock hammer, leather cap. I think I can take one of these rock hammers. I think those will be useful because I believe there was a boulder which I think I can break with it. Battle axes, broadsword, crossbow, broken dagger. There's a chest over here. Leather leggings. What's serviceable leggings? Magical leather vest. Worn longsword. I could probably do with another one. What's in these? Bolts and arrows. And in here, broken stuff. Fantastic. How's my shield? Serviceable small shield. Do I want the tower shield? It's quite heavy. Meh. What about the worn breastplate? So heavy. I think I'm fine with the leather one for the moment because it's magical. What about the helmet? Looks fancy. It's a bit damaged though. Where'd my chain helmet go? Did I stick it in one of my bags? I thought I put it down over here, and it's gone. Oh well, guess I'm keeping that. Nothing in the barrel. No. You think it would be very difficult to repair the longsword? Make an attempt? No. Yeah, I am not good at repairing. So I'm not really even going to try. Serviceable broadsword though. I might take that instead of a longsword. Okay. There we go. There's some stuff in there. What about that? Let me check my room. There's the jeweled axe. I thought this was magical. Yeah, worn magical short sword. Oh well. I can't tell what it is. Now, I got the rock axe because there was a Is it true that doubters say that in Killon Keep they lived peacefully under the Guardian? I mean, it is... Yeah, it is true. Well, I would ask thee not to praise the Guardian so generously in the future. 'Tis hard enough as it is to keep our people from being tempted by the Guardian's offer. Good to see thee again. I mean, I said of a sort. You know? Anyway. There was a tunnel around here which had a boulder in front of a door. I don't remember where that was. This is back where we just were. This is near the, Did I write it down? So it was at the end of a tunnel. And there was a rock in front of a, stairs. I don't know. Okay. Let's go. I think we're going to put the gem on the, where the heck? I think we'll finish it up here. So, let me put this on here. There we go. Key gem fuses with the larger gem and the base lights up. This one. Low rumble in the room. So that's another one done. I think that's 4 now? Yeah. No, I don't want to go there. And I think that means that another area has opened up to us. We actually had 3 areas and I didn't explore them all. This one? No, hang on. That base... What's this one? This is different. Piece of meat, bottled water, and a bedroll. What's in here? Krulna, who art thou? How didst thou appear? Did Dorstag's mages send thee? Or Zarya? It matters not. I suppose now that my hiding place is discovered, but please, I beg of thee, bold warrior, do not slay me. Thou hast naught to fear from me. I know I am the poorest warrior here, nay, the poorest anywhere. Unfit to appear in the arenas, and yet, if you let me live, I swear I'll find some way to be useful for thee. Wilt thou take me as thy slave? I am not the sort who would keep slaves. Then I have no hope, save that a lucky blow from my dagger may yet save me from untimely death. I don't want to kill you, mate. Let's see, I think this is before I use the thing. Is it? No. It's after. Okay. So this one here. Yeah. Okay. Save. Hello, again. You have naught to fear from me. How couldst thou even ask such a thing? Then I... Oh. Stop that! I surrender! You have beaten me in fair combat, and by our customs you may now claim me as your slave. I promise, master, I will serve thee well. Tell me of your name. My name is Krulna the Coward. Surely just Krulna would suffice. When I arrived here and have to fight in the arenas, the first warrior I faced said it would amuse him to spare my life if I would swear an oath to always give my name thusly. I'd as soon not chance his wrath by doing otherwise, but surely my problems are beneath your concern. What else wouldst thou know of? What is this world? Truly, art thou from another world than this? But indeed I am yours to command, and I shall tell whatever thou dost ask. Ours is a world of violence. where a man's worth, or a woman's for that matter, is judged solely upon prowess in combat. It is barbarism thou dost describe. One must always be prepared to defend oneself here. It is considered most proper to challenge a foe first, after which etiquette permits one to simply attack them on the spot if they refuse. But the only law is that which one man may enforce upon another on the point of his sword. Tell me of this underground complex. Thou not knowest the pit of carnage? Mothers frightened their children with tales of this place. There is but little more law above here than below, that little being the whim of the Guardian. He has ever ruled our land, for he is immortal, and his magic is too strong for any to defeat him in combat. These pits are the most notorious prison in the land, and the entrance is sealed by his own hand. Tell me more. A savage lot we have down here. They've built 4 arenas down here for ritual combat. Perhaps if thou dost do well in battle, thou canst earn a place of respect and partake of what small luxuries are to be had down here. And I will stay by your side as faithful advisor. Perhaps. Time will reveal all. What else wouldst thou know of? How have you survived in such a place? In truth, it has not been easy. I was born a weakling in a world of warriors, with neither the skill nor the stomach for battle. I was fortunate that the first who fought me down here saw fit to spare my life. Since then, I have hidden in this small chamber, scavenging what small scraps of food I might. Thanks, music. How can I avoid being attacked? People here enjoy being the first to spot a newcomer to the pits, especially one who seems weak. Oh, we're going to keep doing that music, okay. They'll kill thee for thy food and weapons as soon as look at thee. If they doubt thy prowess, after 2 or 3 victories in the arenas, their name will spread, and thou wilt be treated the same as any other. Thanks for the advice. Until then, walk always with thy weapon in hand. If thou dost seem prepared for battle, 'tis more likely that they will challenge thee, rather than attacking outright. I seek a magical gem. Must be the gem Dorstag carries thou dost speak of. He laid claim to it as soon as it was found, for he is the mightiest warrior down here, and none dare deny him anything. You'd best give up hope of acquiring anything he covets. Tell me more of this Dorstag. None have ever defeated Dorstag in battle. His skill with the crossbow is legendary. He's beaten many in the arenas, but only keeps the strongest warriors for his slaves. With all the bodyguards he keeps, you could never hope to attack him in his quarters. If you must fight him, challenge him to an arena duel. I'll speak with you anon. Oh, and if any would slay me, thou would seek to protect thy property, will thou not? Of course. Surely thou art kind and generous. Now I'm going to go and challenge the most powerful person here. Okay, good. We got different music. Ugh. There's just weapons and stuff lying on the ground. Are you following me? Oh. Oh, hello. Upset warrior. Battle-scarred veteran fixes you with an arrogant stare. Canst thou answer the questions for me? People do better if they mind their own business down here, get it? What matter thou of Dorstag? He's the head man down here. What's it to you? It really wouldn't hurt thee to be polite. And who's going to teach me? Thou? I think I will. Challenge me to a duel? Yeah, sure. Ow. Ow. I hope healing's not against the rules of the engagement. Are you beaten? Okay. Well, I didn't mean to kill you. Should I have just been punching him? Excuse me. So where did we go from that? Oh wow, that teleported me a fair distance. Okay. Arena of Fire. Okay, I think I'm going to save it here, and we'll continue with this next time. I think it was called the Pits of Carnage, this place? So, yeah. We'll continue exploring it next time. I'll thank you very much for joining, and I hope you'll join me then.